1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6,
The 50s was a decade of change, ponytails and black leather jackets, a generation that dared to be different. They had their own look and they had their own music. It was new. Some people called it radical, some called it cool, but everybody called it rock and roll. You know what makes the 50s so great? It's an attitude. It's more than cherry cokes and funny hamburgers and neat cars. It's a state of mind. And because of that state of mind, the 50s will live on forever, even in the 80s. This is Richard's Drive-In Restaurant in Santee. A visit here is like a trip back into time.
I'm a product of the 50s, and I think everybody here is a product of the 50s, regardless of their age. There's something, this magic that's still going on 30 years later.
And this is Richard, a man who literally lives in the past.
I live the 50s, I eat the 50s, I breathe the 50s, I even sleep the 50s, I dress the 50s. The 50s is where it's at, and I love it.
Even Richard's menu reads like a billboard from an all-star rock and roll review. And if you really want nostalgic dining, try a White Castle-style burger and a cherry Coke.
Sure, I eat my own hamburgers, of course, they're great. They're the best hamburgers in San Diego, and I love them. For 35 cents, how can you go wrong? They're the best. Should I eat it now?
Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop.
After a hearty meal, there's nothing quite like a stroll through Richard's parking lot.
Come, let's stroll across the floor.
Rolling through the parking lot. That was the Diamonds. And let's go back to the year 1955 with one of the few songs that started it all right here. The Cadillacs with Speedo. Right here on Magic 91.
Richard has created his own little fantasy world. He always wanted to be a DJ, so he bought airtime on a local station, and every Saturday night he spins those cool platters for his ageless audience. And does Richard take requests? You better believe it.
And by the way, our request line is open at Lockwood 2 5757. That's Lockwood 2 5757.
And he always wanted to be a rock and roll star. So
I put the radio show together, I put a musical group together, the 50's, the Bel Airs, which is just great, and I am just enjoying myself like everybody else around here.
But Richard's pride and joy is his parking lot. People flock here from all over the state just to curb their vintage wheels in his lot. And if you have a new car, don't even think about trying to park it here.
Ho, ho, ho. Hey, I'll tell you what, I will make a new Mercedes or a Rolls Royce park in the back because this is for the 50s. 63 and older is only allowed in this parking lot, believe it or not.
Whether it's the jitterbug, twist, or the stroll, the beat is solid gold, and the gang here loves it. This is bebopping proof that the 50s is timeless. For some, a visit to Richard's is a trip down memory lane.
We just like high school. I liked it so much I went back and taught it for 5 years, but I got kind of tired of the new generation.
For others, it's a history lesson.
Well, I feel like I was born in the wrong period for some reason. I don't know. I understand the music, I understand the lifestyle. It's just the way I am. I don't know. Most people, they can fake it, but I feel like I belong in the 50s. In other words, I was born too late.
Hey, you want to know what really makes Richard's work? You know what the magic is about this place? These guys right here, huh? These little burgers. It's what they're made of. Nah, man, I ain't talking about the beef or the bun or the onion or the pickle. These little burgers are made up of memories.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go home. Good night, sweetheart. Well,